Organs here in Scandinavia are quite diverse. Like the United States, we have all kinds of instruments. And my experience through recordings was mainly concerned with some of the more neo-Baroque organs that you would hear in Denmark in particular, and also in Sweden. But I found out as I researched this music that there is a great romantic tradition as well. And so these pieces were composed for specific instruments, such as the Seterquist instrument here in Linkoping, a town about 2 hours southwest of Stockholm. Just as Kavaya Kol is wedded to the music of Vidor and Franck and Vierne, so the music of Ludwig Nielsen or Oskar Lindberg or Johann Hartmann is really inextricably linked to these particular organs and acoustic situations. My idea for the project was to try to create an opportunity for those who might be interested in Nordic culture to learn more about this wonderful music that really needs to be heard more often. The Seterquist instrument here is a real sterling example of the late Romantic point of view of organ building, and here I'm particularly drawn to, in our country, the works of E.M. Skinner. We see certain parallels with large-scale, very wide scalings with the pipes, and a lot of orchestral type sounds. For example, we have a tuba mirabilis here. On the swell division, we have oboes, we have wonderful things such as basset horns, and a whole variety of string sounds. And I think if Old Man Skinner were here, or others of that era in the 20s and 30s at the latest perhaps, they would feel right at home with an instrument like this. The major difference, I think, with perhaps the Skinner and American organ builders of this time, to a certain extent, is that the console itself is not quite as felicitous, per se, for the performer. When I performed these particular pieces, I had two registrants, whereas back home in America, I'm accustomed to turning my own pages and working the console, making that a part of the performance. Here, there are no general pistons, there's no general cancel for the instrument. We have 4 divisionals for each of the 3 keyboards and the pedal board. Each division has, for example, piano, mezzo, forte, forte, etc., pre-selected registrations, and I decided to go my own route Although I did use, if you look down here, we do have 3 expression shades. We have 2 divisions. The second and third divisions are under expression. There's a crescendo pedal, and I'd like to thank good old Max Reger, who you see the Rollschweller on many of his organ scores. This is a really wonderful crescendo pedal. It's very, very smooth. I hardly use crescendo pedals back home. But I use this on occasion for certain places where I wanted a very gentle, long crescendo, and it really worked beautifully.
Yes, I'm a cathedral organist in Härnösand. It's a town located about 400 kilometers north of Stockholm on the east coast of Sweden.
In the commission, I was looking for a piece of music that would reflect the culture of Sweden and have a certain nationalistic orientation. I suggested a theme and variations on either a hymn or a folk tune. I think he chose correctly, a folk tune from Dalarna. And the music has a lot of the dance and the heaviness of folk culture. And I requested theme and variations and concluding with a toccata, not knowing I'd also get a very difficult 3-voice fugue in the process. And as far as I'm concerned, the piece really exploits so many of the colors of an organ, and is very challenging technically, but is very idiomatically conceived for the instrument at the same time.